I'll start by reading the poem that was chosen for the poster. It's called Knocked. And it's really about, it's a true story. It's about my dad, who was a steel worker at Edgar Thomson Steel Works in Braddock, PA, which was the very first steel mill that Andrew Carnegie opened in the United States. And the story tells itself, but I really, my sister and I, and my sister's in the audience, Marie Reese, and my great nephew, Joshua Reese, is here too, so I'm really glad. This is about his great-grandfather. My sister and I were more or less protected or kept oblivious about really what our dad did for a living. We knew he was a steel worker. I had no idea really what that was. And he never talked about it. And he was truly, I mean, I don't think I'm over-sentimentalizing him when I say he was just about the most wonderful father, especially a boy like me could have had. This is called Knocked. I was 17 before I saw Edgar Thomson, the steel mill where my father had worked since he was 17. And only then, because I needed his car for the senior after prom picnic. The theme was Color My World. Sleepless, having danced all night, a furnace of cheap champagne, and still in my tuxedo, I dropped him off at 7 a.m. in Braddock, named for a Revolutionary War general, 3 bars in every block, streetlights turned on in the afternoon so the school kids could see their ways home through the ore dust. The mill was blue and corrugated, rising in shaft after shaft of smoke that saw-toothed into gray sky. I never saw its top. The men in the boom crane cabs wore hard hats and drank coffee. They had it knocked, my father said, but not him. He had to climb the backs of those monsters. When I was little and insisted I wanted to be like him and work in the mill, he'd snap, "No, you're not. You're going to college." In a few months, I really would be going to college. Working in a steel mill was the last thing I wanted to do. My father eased out of the car, handed me a 20, told me to be careful, pinned on his millwright's badge, and filed into the smoke with the others. I turned up the radio, dropped the engine into low for torque, and floored it. Sure that in one night I had had more fun, more love, more everything than he had had in his life. And I wanted to get back to it as fast as I could.